Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Let's jump into some tidbits because we have other things to talk about than Hyatt. That was its own separate video. Check out my channel for where that is. It should pop up in the end screen as well. But let's jump into things. Chase has added a new transfer partner. Its first transfer partner addition since Aeroplan back in, I believe, 2021. And this is coming from Danny the Guru. Let's jump into that here in just a second. But Chase is adding Wyndham rewards as a one-to-one transfer partner. Is it the best redemption rate? No, but let's jump into things here. Chase adds Wyndham rewards. So Chase has added a new transfer partner, Wyndham rewards. Chase Ultimate Reward card holders can now transfer their points to Wyndham at a ratio of 1-to-1, highlighting that you do have that new partner availability there. Having more transfer options is always a good thing, but that doesn't mean that you should go and transfer your points to Wyndham right away. After dropping the Vacasa partnership, Wyndham reward points are not as valuable as they used to be. They're definitely worth less than 1 cent per point each, so it doesn't make sense to transfer Chase points at such low value. However, hopefully we see a transfer bonus soon, and that could possibly make this a decent option. We'll see going forward. But here's the thing. Editorializing about how it's a bad redemption rate to start doesn't help things, right? Other articles from Upgraded Points I saw, and the other one that I saw was 1 Mile at a Time, does highlight that Wyndham does have 3 tiers of redemption points, regardless of the time of year. It's more of an award chart. It's more of a traditional award chart than, say, I don't know, having 8 categories of hotels and now 5, count them, 5 redemption bands within each of those tiers. So you can book for as little as 7,500 points a night. There's a 15,000 points per night and 30,000 points per night. That 7,500 points per night is mostly for their Wyndham's version of Vacasa. I think it's 7,500 points per person per night. So is what it is. You can find some interesting value there, and if you're cherry picking to use Wyndham, you can come out further ahead than the redemption values quoted, which is 0.7 cents per point. 0.7 cents per point isn't amazing. I will grant you that. And yes, you can buy status with Wyndham at a not particularly compelling gold level for $95 a year. The rate, the cent per point, isn't fantastic. Is not being shown as fantastic. Making that the poo-poo, oh, it's not Hyatt, is not conducive to getting anyone excited. And I know that it's not Upgraded Points or Danny the Guru's job to excite people or hype people about this, but maybe there's potentially more to this coming down the pipe. Maybe this is adding Wyndham as a transfer partner, but it's really about integrating Wyndham into Chase Travel. I don't think that Chase is going to really look to get strong value out of your points, sending them to Wyndham. Chase wants you to stay inside their portal, and if you can add all Wyndham hotels into the portal and be able to redeem for 1 cent per point, or if it's points boost eligible, 0.67 or 2 cents per point, depending on the property, then that is the more compelling thing. And getting your Wyndham status reflected inside the portal. I think if Chase is going to be adding more transfer partners, which they should, a part of things with their transfer partners, especially on the hotel side, is not only adding them as a transfer partner, but integrating them into Chase Travel. And that being the big value add that they're going to bring to these transfer partners. So yes, you could transfer out your points, cool. Or you can pay through the travel portal at La Quinta and start building your status that way, so that when you do the big Wyndham redemptions at the big Wyndham properties, then you're going to get more value out of that and transferring your points to do those bigger bookings. So you use Chase Travel to book the nice, decent La Quintas, Ramadas, whatever at the low end, Chase Travel through a microtel, but you add the night, you're going to you'd much rather pay with cash through that. If Chase is approaching this, and I hope this is the way that Chase is approaching this, as we're going to add transfer partners on the hotel side, but it's not about adding them as partners for folks to always send their points out to these particular partners, but we're going to add them and integrate them into Chase Travel, and now incentivize someone to use Chase Travel to book these by getting your nights, by earning your status that way, and then them moving their points out to Wyndham to status match organically from Wyndham Diamond to Caesar Diamond, which is still a thing you can do as long as you organically got the status, right? The credit card status match was nerfed, but it was said at the time that if you got Wyndham Diamond through regular means, through nights, that would work. So if that's the case, book the nights through Chase Travel at the La Quinta, at the Ramada, at the Microtel, at the Super 8 if you have to, right? Build up your status that way with cash stays and relatively inexpensive cash stays, earn the 8 points per dollar and get the night reflected and be able to move those points out and then transfer those points over to Caesars. You're going to have a better time. That to me makes more sense and a more cohesive travel strategy for Chase and you, the consumer, than, oh, well, I just transferred my points out to Wyndham and then move my points from Wyndham over to Caesars, which is a thing you can still do, which is fine, right? Or, oh, I just transferred out my points to Wyndham and then took my Wyndham points and transferred them to another airline, to an airline. Yeah, it's doable, but whatever. Tying everything to the Vacasa partnership is lazy. And they still have cottage.com. They still have an award chart. So it's still potentially useful. And if you've got a Wyndham earner card, you save 10% on those points bookings. So anyway, that's far too long for tidbits on this one particular subject, but poo-pooing it just because, oh, it's bad value. There's probably other things at play here. And there's more than one way to skin a cat. Anyway, so with that, more hotel news. We've got the ability to buy IHG points with 100% bonus, so you're able to purchase your points at half a cent per point. This offer comes around all the time. So update, this offer is available again between midnight on February 25th and 11:59 p.m. Eastern on March 17th. So from now until March 17th, you can purchase points with a 100% bonus. As always, you can make a purchase of a maximum of 200,000 points per year during the calendar year. There's a minimum point purchase threshold on a per transaction basis to be eligible for the bonus. The percentage bonus amount will show for eligible members when they log into their IHG One Rewards account. Terms and conditions apply, right? So that always helps. And if you're going to do this point purchase through IHG, make sure that you utilize a portal of some sort, a shopping portal of some sort, to set things up with points.com. And it's a great way to hit your welcome offer. It's a great way to build out some points with the Capital One Venture X as a base 2x earning card, or the Wells Fargo Autograph Active Cash, or the Citi Double Cash, whatever your 2% catch-all card is. Start with that. Go through, make the purchase on points.com by going through Rakuten at 1.25x membership rewards, or Bilt points, or 1.25% cash back. You can go through TopCashback at 2.52% cash back, or you can even go through Rove and get 1.6x Rove miles per dollar. Disclaimer, I moderate a Facebook group for Rove. They compensate me with miles for doing so. That is the Travel Deals with Rove Facebook group. So check that out. And yeah, I also have a TopCashback referral in my links down below, and Rakuten referral in my link tree as well. So there you go. If you want to help me out with any of those, I have referrals. But go through one of those, use your 2% or 2x earning card, purchase your points, buy your points at half a cent per point. You can buy up to 200,000 points. You make the combined total purchase of 200,000 points. You get 400,000 IHG points. Pretty useful across the board. So let's switch it up to new ACH rules coming in March. So NACHA, organization that manages and governs the ACH network, is introducing a new ACH rule starting March 20th, 2026, as reported by Doctor of Credit. NACHA, who are responsible for development, administration, and governance of the ACH network, are implementing new rules on March 20th, 2026. That includes these two updates and descriptions for the changes. Risk management topics, fraud monitoring, phase 1. The amendment is intended to reduce the incidence of successful fraud attempts. Regular fraud detection monitoring can establish baselines of typical activity, making atypical activity easier to identify. Risk management topics, company entry descriptions. Eyes that monitor inbound ACH credits will have better information regarding new or multiple payroll payments to an account. A standard description for payroll payments can help support RDFI logic to provide or suppress early funds availability. The amendment is intended to reduce the incidence of fraud involving payroll redirections. It's not clear if this will affect the way that ACHs show up on the receiving end so far as bank bonuses go, ACHs will often satisfy direct deposit requirement for many bank bonuses. So if you are somebody who is doing a lot of bank bonuses through the year, pay attention to this, look into this, see how this will affect your bank bonus opportunities. Yeah, if you are fudging deposits for your bank bonuses, that may be going away in the not too distant future. So keep an eye on this. I'm sure RJ Financial will do a video on this in the not too distant future, probably something by the end of the week on Sunday. So there you go. And we're going to close up with Bilt. Bilt's doing March rent day. This is the first rent day since the launch, the official launch of the new cards. Last rent day was done right after the cards, between the cards being announced and launching. So some folks were able to take part in the last rent day, but here you go. You're going to get a JAL, Japan Airlines transfer on March 1st. So members can take advantage of a transfer bonus to Japan Airlines Mileage Bank, plus the option to use Bilt Cash to buy up to one elite tier and unlock an even higher transfer bonus. Up to $100 of Bilt Cash earned rolls over to the next year. Okay, who cares about that? This month's Rent for Your Game is headlined by Chef Thomas Keller, the first and only American-born chef to earn 3 Michelin stars multiple times. He's best known for the French Laundry, but he also has a number of other restaurants as well. So there's stuff going on with him. And you can earn up to 1,000 points per day, earning double the number of points on your Bilt co-branded card. So the Bilt Blue card will go from 1 to 2 for up to 1,000 additional points. The Obsidian multipliers will all get +1, and it will all get 2x. And the Palladium card for the first $250 will earn 4x instead of 2x. There you go. So Japan Airlines, based on your tier, you will get a bonus up to 100%. And if you are a platinum member, you can use your Bilt Cash to unlock 125%. So if you're blue, 25%, silver, 50, gold, 75, platinum, 100. If you hold any of these statuses, you can pay $75 of Bilt Cash to move. Oh, it says members can use $135 of Bilt Cash to unlock. That doesn't seem right. I remember that being a $75 Bilt Cash perk, but if Bilt already nerfed it, wouldn't surprise me. So you can go from blue to silver for X amount of Bilt Cash. This is reading as 135. I remember it being in 75. Double check your terms and conditions. I'm not going to bring that up right now, but there you go. Members must complete transfers to JAL on March 1st to receive the bonus. The Bilt Cash upgrade option will also only appear on the Japan Airlines transfer page during rent day. Note that if your Japan Airlines mileage bank account is less than 60 days old, there will be up to a 7-day hold before you can use any miles you transfer to actually book travel. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to make that redemption and booking immediately. Should have set up your Japan Airlines mileage bank months ago. So there you go. Then they've got neighborhood comedy. They've got the regular dining experiences as well. You can use points for those. Score complimentary treats from the Bilt Neighborhood Cafe. Cool. Bilt and Thomas Keller chef selection. Some of Chef Thomas Keller's award-winning culinary products will be featured in the Bilt collection. These include items, the Cup for Cup gluten-free baking mixes, cool for me, and K&M extra virgin chocolate, milk, coffee, and sea salt. These are available for purchase as of February 25th at 9 a.m. and will be sold while supplies last. Members can redeem 1,500 Bilt points or pay $20 non-refundable to order. Items ship within 1 to 2 weeks of the order date, and members will receive an email with tracking information once they have shipped. Cool. And then there's rent-free. Who cares? In addition to the French Laundry, it's Per Se, the Surf Club restaurant, and Bouchon Bistro that Thomas Keller has launched. So there you go. That's going to do it for Tidbits today. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Consider becoming a Tidbit Collector. That is my one and only membership level for $2.99 a month. You get early access to a bunch of videos that way. Check out Stack Your Points, stackyourpoints.com, the podcast that I do with RJ, Kamilani, Craig, Tariq. We have a Discord. Check out stackyourpoints.com for that. You can become a member over there. And we have merch on the website as well. So there you go. We also do a live here on YouTube on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Thanks so much for watching. Check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.